the fault line at the start of the round, so he's still got that, but it's going to be a gunfight instead.
Yeah, just straight up. I mean, just dry into it, no kit being utilized. Again, want to face with the bodies.
And to be honest, I think that favors Loud. Yeah, they've lost the breach, but no smokes if they decide to go over and commit to B. And Loud are re-exploring down mid as well. John Cutie and Sewers.
Massive proactivity being caught here by Sadak, but, well, John QT left to do so much more there. Just the one before the trade comes through, but the B site now opened up entirely for them. Will be that plan. Sassy's out wide into the open. Could have been danger there, but the nade, I guess, staves it away. And a call is made to try and fight into the spawn. Zelsis. Snakebite now being held, but he's got 3 targets to deal with. Luckily, okay, Zekin right there, vulnerable. Will he be able to get the damage? Of course he will. Followed up in the end with the Snakebite post-mortem. Util being thrown out wide here for that ramp control early. Now setting their sights out into the A side. Sadak! Anchor in position. Tucked nice and tight and safe, and really just buying time for the rest of his team. Where are the reinforcements? It was a molly into the smoke, and well, damage has been done. Vulnerable up. Sets it up for an easy one for Zelsis. 3 versus 3.
Bit of a blunder there for Loud, offering Sen another opportunity to get back into it. Not planted for Heaven.
Spike planted.
Oh, and the pick goes down too. Now Sassy is pretty far away, but I think, yeah, I mean, look at the way that Loud are clearing this. They're expecting a reflank back up.
Holding. Usually going to be the bread and butter of a team like Sentinels, just trying to fight, scale for it. That paranoia, the timing on it. It's immaculate as soon as the nade comes through. Yep, just hearing it and tucked to the corner. Sassy removed. Taken out now, just 2 will stand, and it could be just a bit of random spray, a bit of random spam that saves the day for them. Celsius traded, pit going down. Tens, 1v1. Doesn't really have to gun for it as a bulldog, but will it be all bark or all bite? Tends to be the latter when Tens is wielding it. Slowing it down, but really time is going to be the worst enemy. It's a team flash. John QT there, close to the corner, cut to wide. Satchel's through and over the top. Kawazin still anchoring. Tucked tight to the corner. Sassy planting the balls on the man to go for that one out wide for a Heaven plant. The wraparound, now Zelsis becomes a key player in the game.
He's managed to pick up his orb and reposition it too, so he's got more control over towards Heaven. So he's set to try to blind somebody playing elbow. Tens is already repositioned up top.
No follow-up off of that flash at all. Kawazin with the stun finally now to try and at least attempt that reclear, but you're gonna have to be giving this one up. They don't have positioning at all. Zelsis is backed away, playing a really passive position. 10 spots it, backs away, not favored for that fight, and they've won out the at least critical ones. Now no mollies for Zelsis.
Les
tap onto it. Les is holding for it and watching for it.
Meanwhile, Zelsis is so far away from the rest of the squad, just trying to find the timing for a late lurk. He might be too late.
There's a kill. Here's the showstopper. Finally online. Rocket round towards the back. Sassy is dropped like a fly. Tens has to do the most now. He stands his ground and wins his one out. Kawazin falling out. Sadak though
it's
looked
been
into
slowed
this position
down.
to molly to push him out of position. Zekin.
Zelsis is here.
Finally. Arriving to the party though, Util in his hand. Sadak adjusts it and watching for it. Tens now 1v2. The double face is there. Terrific together. It's 2 years. Forwards now, tucked. And there it is. Kill claimed. QCK. Fault line. Definitely there. Actually, labored enough, but still. The trade online. The call's being made to try and speed up the play now into B, but already that Util, look at it. I mean, the paranoia, the smoke drop down, cuts up the side, and with that lurk into mid, Sassy not rewarded for it. Tens has the spike here, looking eager. Potentially to take some fights here, but has to stick the plan now towards default. But his team do have his back and more. Look at that! Coordination on display. Sadak creeping and crawling. He managed to weave his way into the site there while all that chaos was going on. Utilised hopefully now to clear through into the bit. They've got this late lurk. The flank from Sassy. And yet he's caused all the distraction in the world. Gets out with his life. Close to the corner. Cut him up. Still John QT. Tactics, quality time now with the whole family as he's sat back into the spectator. CQCK forward. Leading it with the team, but it's already wrapped around, so they got to expect the Sassy's there. No, it's a half clearance. Not enough. 2 years TP adjustment. He's on that high ground position, just propped up, but Les now needs to get more done, and he can't do it. It's going to come down to just a bit of spray and pray, but already time ticking, so 2 years, no chance in hell.
And it's another situation, Bren, where Loud cannot get any level of economic cushionry going.
Hopefully off that experience in spades. Oh my, showstopper. Let loose there. There is the trade online from Kawazin. He followed up with the stun at least, but his high ground angle of 10s drops down, gives him the cues. Kawazin just taking a wide peek by himself, man. Taking a fight by himself. Yeah, there's backup there, but heads have fallen, heads have rolled, and now maybe exactly what Loud ordered.
Yeah, player advantage situation, looking lovely for them. One away from a showstopper too. Sen, they're going to be able to get a plant down here. They're pretty certain that A is completely clear. They saw so many people fighting over mid. But this one is going to be tough, and Loud cannot afford to throw it away.
Yeah, just watching for it. Look at that. Loud. Great awareness, knowing that Sen are going to have to be playing a bit more proactively, making the moves into the post-plan situation. Sassy is the lone survivor. Gets shut down by his former squad. And now, no Valley to be found there. Out wide once more. Still QCK's on a swivel. Molly's vulnerable him up. Pushed him out into the open. The easy collection of the kill. Now there's 45 seconds left. Chances to slow this one down, but it looks like Sen have no intention of it. Forward positions once more. Kawazin drops down from the ropes here, spraying down, but Tui's is disjointed on the rest of his team. Kawazin out wide. The reset. Oh, rolling thunder. Lifts him up in the air, sky high. And then one player standing towards the back as a crossfire setup, but the aftershock is elite. Kawazin on for so much more. An ace on the cards, less to stick. This one comes down to the spam, but John is stunned. A tap, he's going to be out wide, he's going to be forced wide, knows it. Info gathered now, but another stick now. Less finally to trust, maintained in his teammate, maintained in him, might be punished. A tap, out, force with a jiggle. John QT, balls of steel! What a clutch!
Loud has still got some people really far away from the action.
Real fast, revive the stun. There's no connection there, so Les is able to just skip and hop away, but John QT is just this watchful eye onto it. There's a gap into the smoke. Maybe a bit unintentional there, maybe just a bit rushed from Tui's.
Sen are also expecting there to be more players on site right now. Like, okay, well, where are the other two players for Loud? They lost track a little bit of where Kawazin and Tui's could be, and now they've lost a lot of map info too. There are still chances here for the Loud players to turn things around, but this silent jump spot, not going to be punished.
Comes down to a couple of obstacles, really.
And look at the rest of Sen. Tripled up, re-clearing areas of the map, trying to regain some information, making sure that they don't offer any 1v1s.
Yeah, methodical.
30 seconds.
You know the win conditions of Loud right now. Playing against it, slowly creeping forwards, making sure to regain some of that map control. No kill found onto Kawazin. Less a chance, really, for him to bite back and fight back. Here it is. Return of the fire, tends from the wraparound. 2 years running all the way through, knows the time's against him, so pissed around. Does not go the way of Loud there. Sentinels.
Very favoured in a fight against Tui's, unless Tui's gets the jump on him.
No way, just the ghost doing work.
That's bonkers.
Yeah, it's got the one pick, but there's no real follow-up there with the players. I mean, they can't really react appropriately. Sends the util flying.
It's pulling Zelsis over. It is making the A site weaker here.
Zakin and John QT, though. Cam back online. It's going to be spotting the crossover.
30 seconds left.
There it is.
Camera taken out.
They'll be calling out now that they could have been compromised towards spawn, but now time running against them. Loud, get a move on. Cages propped up, pushed up. Behind it, John QT can't follow through after that trip. There's a smoke in his face. It does make it quite dangerous, quite difficult. Still, it's a bit of run and gun in action. Only a few seconds remaining. Pull out the sidearm. Why not?
Line that they did
Flash rifle. Bloody hell, that's a lot of damage in the retreat. Covered and watched for. Celsius just swinging wide, a bit of run and gun in the reaction. Called now from Loud. Into the site. Will they be able to get the plant down? Looks like they will do so. Too much pushback.
There isn't very much retake utility here for Sen. Normally their retakes are amazing, but there's really only a boombot to work with.
Waiting for the right timings. I mean, the smoke up. 1 second here for TenZ. Going to be using it probably to block off one of the angles. Just jiggling for now. There it is, actually dividing up the site. Paranoia flying with the fault line. Time. Starting to tick. A crucial kill. Zelsis falling on top heaven. TP forwards. Backside control, at least partitioning in it and trying to take it wide. Still with that util online. The aftershock does push him away. A tag from John QT, but forcing the fights out into the open. The snake bites, plenty of util here. So Loud, really well played into that one. Just understanding how to play that. We'll mention it a few times.
Look at the timing there. Just beautiful. Great read that Les was going to go for an aggro lurk.
Les dropped. I mean, this is your star player. This is a guy you're expecting to put up massive numbers, who's going to offset that mechanical advantage that a team like Sentinels might have with players like Second, like TenZ. The desk was talking about it. When he's shut down here, your chances begin to dwindle. Trip in their face. There's no protocols at all to really deal with that one. Should have known it was there, surely, if they were walking all the way up. TP forwards, it is just being toppled and crumbled. All the opportunities in this round here for Loud. QCK with the nade does get the one onto Zelsis.
I mean, this spike is down in such an open position, though. It sends to close out.
And Sadak, it's inevitable, yeah, the double face in the end. That is one of the most one-sided maps we've seen.
And if they've used this time accurately, then maybe they can come out with another incredible map win. That's not going to help. Sassy going down there at the start of the round. You know, he's a really important piece of the puzzle in terms of getting the plants down.
It's a massive one with less for that early face, that early peak.
And Loud expect this to be a re-hit. And they won't really know otherwise until the alarm bot takes contact. And at that point, it's kind of too late. Sadak doesn't have nanoswarms to deny. So just gambling the wrong way here.
Sadak, flash through, he's playing anti. Where's the follow-up? There is none. Just rips away to it, and Frenzy in his hands. A backside position being played here. Dash fading away, but Second still standing his ground that he's earned himself. Dart dodged. Another play being set up as well. Tens with a pop flash into the peak. It allows Zekken to recross back, playing together now, but they've got 4 players to deal with. Make it 3. Can't let this one slip now, Loud. Shot dart, it's good for the damage. Ten's gonna be forced out wide. Tens! You can't be getting away with this, son! Surely not need! Doesn't even matter! Flash goes off, plant. Now here for Sassy, Util a little bit delayed. So yep, it's down, close to the quarters. Down underneath rafters. Kawazine wins his one out versus Second. Still, gets to the position for it, and Tens is starting to use his ult now for this. Making sure that they can't use any of that post-plant Util. Keen and eager to take the fight. He's ripped Kawazine's head clean off. Over the top of the ropes, this is a real dangerous situation. Scenario, flash, peek. The rest of his team sets them up, but no real casualties. Now QCK finally, abilities back online. Dash, backing away, gets the one. Needs to clear the corner here, but he's just really struggling, waiting out wide here. Having a defuse from Sadak, pushed back and away, and a wide tip tap and a face there from the Loud players remaining just in time. Through there, Dizzy firing a blind shot off, but it actually didn't trigger onto Les. Nano Swarm.
That's so much damage.
My God, yeah. Ten's lucky to be alive, facing top rafters Sadak. Taken out cleanly. Now Ten's going to be playing a 4 position here because he is so low. Might be able to get a 1 and done.
And Sassy, with that ult plant, Wingman got the Thrash online.
Need somebody to break that dart for him though, and there wasn't anybody really waiting available, but still, like you said, the Thrash is now online. Sassy lets it loose, the movement, clean, jiggling with it. Entertainment, not quite online here. Now a bit of pace injected back into the things. See it Loud, using that util. All available for them, but it's a crossfire setup of Sentinels, and they punish that swing and wide face out. Great with the movement and patience with the aim. Cooling down the weaponry enough to take out QCK. Over on the top of the rope, Zelsis, he's hungry for this kill. He's hungry for it. Building up towards it, but okay, Les just a better player on the day. There, flash through into the back. Dart, oh my. They knew exactly the position that was coming from, so Kawazine didn't really stand a chance up with the armor. Draft dashing away. Second survives. Flank attempt from QCK. Oh my goodness.
Has anyone heard that? Tens is watching, but
Tens was watching.
They're going to get distracted.
They are distracted now. Their pressure really being applied. It's Les here, and QCK for the cleanup. John QT, he's there with a trade, but 1 versus 3 now. Diffuse online for 2 years. It's not going to be pushed away from this one. There's no more utility left available for them. So a thrifty round for Loud. Now from the stack. Already protocols in play. Molly forward. Zekken just tanks it. Half his HP just removed, but they weren't expecting it. Still, Loud with all the kills. 2 versus 3. Sassy almost being taken out. Has to back his way to safety here. Fast flank of QCK. Might be causing some issues a little bit later into things. Now he's going to be notifying his presence, at least with the removal of that turret attack from Sadak. He's hoping that forces them out wide. Don't know if they could have took a glimpse of that one. Still 10 HP. Leave it just to Zelsis. Kova. There's no real chances here. There's no real chances. Maybe. He's wrapped all the way behind him, and yeah, he will get detained just so that this pit stays up, but he's spammed onto the top rafters position. Dropping down. Crucial kill here onto the flanks. Zelsis cleans that one up, so no gaps now left into the play. Hunter's Fury offloaded. Really just going to be utilized to try and push at these players from Loud into these forward positions. And they have managed to even it up ever so slightly, but still a player disadvantage. Molly, we're waiting for it to fade with Mosh down now. Dizzy on top of it with the Cove. Now stacking up all together. Post-plant utility should be good enough here for Sentinels. How players realize it. They're the ones who have to make the moves. Forwards, Kawazine in 2 years. That is just disgusting.
Towards B. So difficult to predict.
Hooker middle low with a no command. Plant. Oh, hello, counter spam. Kawazine dropped. Still have to worry about this operator.
That was actually through mid. That was
No way! He skewered them! Ten's dropped to his knees. There's no chance in hell he's being picked up. And now, plenty of time and space brought for the rest of these loud boys to really get into the action. Auxiliaries are here. Wide face by Zelsis. Traded though. Dropped down. And John QT again isolated in this 1 versus 2 position. Familiar scenes for him. The reload surely going to be heard. And yes, Les is very quick onto the angle with the punish.
Oh, the flash. Actually not in the right spot.
Really deep flash now. I mean, Les decided to take the re-peek. Dizzy shot fired straight into the wall there. Zekken wins it out though. Molly's dealt with. Accounted for. Now you're going to see it. The Reckoning pressing forwards with the advantage that they've got. Loud, not giving up any space. They want to take it right back away from them. And already you can see it, that deep position. Weaker guns and weaponry still. Maybe Sen could make something of it. Again, the triangle of death set up. This time though, Thrash taking that first contact. Zelsis winning that fight. The adjustment and snap to the side. And retaking now with this operator just becomes a dire situation. And Zelsis is running a mockery over them. Taking liberties when he's on low HP. So why not? He can do it. Not planted for Sassy. Tapping. Sadak over and around. Spotted. One. Sassy dropped. Sadak now, but time surely working against in the jump spot. The jiggle. John QT trying to gamble and dice with Dev himself here all the way through. That is immaculately played. Tied. Cuts this one up. Mosh pit into the back now. This time Sen fighting tooth and nail. But you're up against Kawazine. John QT. Where's he pulled that one from? Out of nowhere! On top of the ropes, the pit has been earned. 88 health to his name, he just needs to survive. The spray down, and he's already hunting them down. Les, with him toppling, Ace on the cars. The crowd wants it, the people are chanting. QCK spotted out wide. Will his team give him anything? Not quite, still. Any swings coming out for here. Sassy needs to get one, but yeah, like I said, no trade in sight. Second dash activated.
Yeah, that's just wasted. And he was expecting more pace towards that. Sadak's called that pause in the round.
And holding for a repush.
Yeah, I mean, Zekken's already re-cleared this area once in the round. Loud are ready for it.
Zekken's now going to be pushed into this one and done angle. Now that the dash that we talking about prior is gone. Loud, we're going to have to clear this one. Bodies might do it. Surely, Ghost moment. Not getting away with too much more still. 1 for 1. Drop down, Zelsis. Taking up space back towards the backside of Yellow. I need some supportive util though, and Tens is the one holding it. So, flash, re-peek, timing, needs it now, needs help right now, and he's got it. The follow through from the rest of them. With those reinforcements, jump, spot, and peek. Les, he's taking them all out. 7 seconds remaining. Molly has to stick it through here for Sadak with that plan. It's the only way he goes down to it. And it leaves it just up to Les. 1 versus 1. Viper versus Viper.
They should know that Les is this week.
Should have been cool.
This Sentinels Classic could do work here.
Time to put it to the test. A lot to clear though for John QT. Thankfully, he's got a bit of time on his side. Contacting, spots it. That's now going to be dropping. Orb propped up. How does John choose to play it? Here's those shots. Spots it out on the right click business.
2 of these players will die to a one-shot from the outlaw.
They're not watching for it. Over the top there, that's the Ghost gameplay occurring right now. Out wide, Tens seeking to reclaim a bit of that territory, a bit of that ground. And he has slowed it down enough for the spike to be dropped down, but it is a 2 versus 3. This is the danger zone right now. The verge of getting thriftied. Like I said, a single shot will do it. You've essentially handed over the operator to QCK.
Yeah. It looks like a save, to be honest, but they're still going to try and fight over it. Wow. There are still opportunities and danger here.
He slipped the map.
Tens is making an enormous wraparound, and Les has gone into Snowman. This is such a bizarre round.
And John QT's backs to the wall, all about the timing. No way! As Les who finds it. And the gamble, the wraparound here of Tens has to pay off. It has to pay off massively, but it's not going to be planted out wide. Les, does he even acknowledge it? The reload is heard here. Close quarters again. Cuts it up into the angle. 1 versus 1, but it really should never have been here in the first place. Knife tags it. Knows the rough positioning as the wall fades. The head is collected. All the way through. Stuns. Probably being respected. I mean, Zekken is just trying to really get the most out of it there, and he is finally punished. So, no command, fast, off the rip, pushing forward. So they're going to expect this QCK. He's already behind the man, already behind him, playing up with the rest of his team! And 3 players fall just like that, dropped to the ground, to your knees, if you are TenZ in this case, and Zelsis, poor Zelsis. 1v4, last one left. Decision being made for him, really. Has to be the save, just has to do some exit damage, but even economical damage doesn't do that much.
Zekken's seen both times, even though there's a stack here.
There's a flash repeat as well with a Dizzy, but wall in their face as well. It just gives that covering fire for Sadak. Beams him through, not too sure how that kill was found. Sadak, at least sassy with this reposition. Close now, tries to face it. Again, there's just too many numbers to overcome. The advantage is Loudy. I mean, they've just picked him apart. It's methodical in nature. Spot.
30 seconds
Forwards
left.
though with the smoke. Zelsis can't adjust it. Can't snap to it. QCK drops him. And this is real chaos and pandemonium being strewn into the round. You don't expect this. Patience played all the way through. Thrash out wide. And they're just shooting bullets. It's easy targets all about. Boundless right now for Les. The rest of his crew.
10 seconds left.
With the free plants.
Spike planted.
And there's nothing you could do. Not with the retake to the operator.
Yeah, not unless Zekken's able to get a freebie in a situation like that. It just looks very difficult from Sentinels' perspective for them to get any kind of foothold in a round like this one. Throwing the nade lineup so that they can still fight with the nade.
Hello, pop flash play, TenZ. He's still alive here, got his one, but 2 years also returned with the fire now. Feeling the heat, feeling the emphasis that he needs to make a play here. That's why he's going wide, dodge. The side there, away from the shutdown. Mosh pit, dissuading it, pushing back this one, but he doesn't expect the player above him. And around the back. Oh! What an adjustment! Flicks to the side, luckily 2 years still there. Now the reckoning. Drop down with only 12 seconds left. There's no plan online. There's stun here, up and away. Updraft all round. Cover himself, his own footsteps there away from it. Over the reswing now across. He saws him over the rope, but he couldn't adjust the aim in time. Zelsis spamming and spraying and a bit of praying. Let's get the job done there with the removal onto 2 years. Kawazine, though, will not be pushed back and away, and QCK is his time to come alive. Over the top of rafters. Risks necessary in this spot, especially when you're a player down.
The pit invested in a 3v4 here.
That's dirty.
It does cover the spike.
Yeah, look at that. Stretches all the way over towards it, and he still has 2 snake bites as well. That will put the time pressure now onto Sentinels. This could be the 12th round for Loud. It's about how they navigate it. It's about how they sail through a tap. Forwards now. What is the next wave of things? QCK, trade it. Now sticking though, already there. That's going to be the wingman, putting that pressure onto a Hunter's Fury. Skipping a hop over to the top. And well, it's just been stuck in the middle of all of it.
That's incredible!
Throws them out and away. They deal with the util, and how do they deal with these players? Zekken just wants to take up the straight up fight, attack. Baiting it out now, nade, a bit short and shy off the mark there. Still damage is being done to a multitude of players. Only 3 left standing for Lau, but again, anyone could win it. You just have to just rely on a bit of that RNG. Zek, TenZ, pushing with the operator. Sadak still stands, have on it, they don't have it. Still, John has got to stick it now. And a tap with the rifle, all praise. Praying from 2 years, Sentinels.
Zelsis has the timing to try to disrupt this.
But Les gets dropped.
So now it's going to be a 4v4.
Backside gained. Plan for Sadak. Not going to be pushed away this time. Moshpit just a little bit too delayed and late. It's going to be setting themselves up potentially in a favored counter here with the retake of Sentinels. Jump spot, just seeing, but he does back away. So now with the alarm bot, bit of spam, bit of spray. Spot flash play. TenZ, man! He's taking it to him. Damage done though. Had the knife out. Wasn't expecting that follow-up, especially with 2 years there. But what can he really do in this spot? V3. Have to find one of the fights, and Zelsis isn't keen on giving him it. Now Sassy sticking, half already. Options dwindling. It's a high-low face. And that is up to 12 now for Sentinel. Here it is. Adjustment not there in time. He just tried to flick to the side. It was actually TenZ who was the one who went down there to a bit of random spam. Updraft and away. Back in. Got to respect now with a reckoning.
It's incredible that Sen are winning these rounds while the early fights are going so terribly for them.
Sadak with the plan. Not going to be pushed back. You got to think now. Loud, again, surely set up for success. But I said that last time. It was Sen who ended up taking it, but this time there's a player disadvantage. Doubled up, shoulder to shoulder, round to the back. 2 years showing presence. A little jiggle and offset there with a movement, but not going to expect Kawazine. And he's still here, alive and kicking. Weaving in and out, dodging, juking, playing with his team, spraying them all the way through overtime. on the cards. Your presence there with the operator. He wants a second go at things. Sassy, not expecting it. The rest allowed, backing him up still. It's sprayed and messy. It's all over the bloody place. Two left to stand here from Sentinels.
Gonna be a difficult situation for John and Celsius to recover. Do they know that everybody is here? I'm not sure they've seen Sadak. John, though, picking up that ult orb, one away from getting a pit online. If there was an ult that could turn this round, it would be that one. They've got to be concerned about the wall. Les can drop it at any point to try to set up the double face.
Doubled up side by side, top rafters, 2 years. Important one to win was Elsis dropping. John QT sends the nade, flying, the molly there. Just can't quite land the kill. He now has pit. He does have the pit, but does he choose to offload it? Of course he does, it's OT. And now drops it down. Evacuating the one angle, but over the top of the ropes. Ah, it's no way. The spam.
Very
Nearly
close.
tagging him up, draft over the top. That's QCK. Wonderful punish onto the corner. Even more where that came from as the rest of his team, this is it. Set up for success, set up for map 3, and you got to think it. It's inevitable on top of the ropes. How is he accurate there? Running and gunning, but Tens dealt with. Dropped, and a retake with the op. It's a fairy tale moment for second, it will have to be, and he doesn't expect it. The wrap there to 14-12. Ying looking to not die. Sadak running and wading away backwards, running and gunning with the frenzy. Only had 4 bullets left, and he still managed to land that shot.
left.
So play disadvantage here for Sentinels, get themselves the site. Will be the plant on top of it, but what is the call after the fact?
I'd have so much utility on rifle rounds to be able to deny plants from going down. They don't have as much to work with here.
Barely missing. Flash pushing him away there. Paranoia was bad, yet still they face it with the guns. Now Sadak's all the way behind them. Dizzy, tap onto it. It's going to be alerting the attention of these Sentinels players back and around, but they have so much to deal with now. The push and the pull of these loud players, just too elite. Okay, nothing to really stand their ground, but Les is still going to try and do it otherwise. ADS firing them down as well. The bullet tag's just slowing them ever so slightly. Enough for Sadak to get that one, but a plan. Now down here for Sen, no pushback from it, so they can start to play this post plan, but do they really want to do this? Just with the stingers. It's like an awkward one to try and play into, especially when Kawazin has almost all of his util. A few more seconds left, and he will have the fault line, but there it is. Sends out the aftershock, out wide, forces Celsius, no kill. Paranoia used in response to this one, and a second flash sets them back up with a deep smoke after really forcing Loud to push forwards into this one. A tap onto it again. Stunned up inside the smoke, damage done. Kawazin still lives on 21 health. Diffusing now, Sadak onto half. Has to be dealt with, has to be brought down. Sticking it through, and no damage, not enough.
This
Waiting
is bizarre.
for it. It is bizarre. It's a flash. Repeat now out wide. What is that? Kawazin, he was leaping across. Paranoia. Tap from Tens with the movement. Not enough bullets in the end. Still, QCK dropped back to 30 health. Now, he looks back up. Could play into this one with the ult. Might even choose to do so. See if it makes a real difference here. But Sassy does have his ult back online. Picks up from Brian. Here it is. The second round of things. Thrash. Spawn. Broken to pieces. Cleared a close left corner, but still. Texas, who does want to just try and take a fight there. John QT tucked as well. A lot to clear in this spot. And just walking right over him, QCK. There is that trade with the pop flash now. In and out and through, but still with a util in his hands. Caught lacking and slacking. You can hear it. Tens lacking the info. He's jump spotting. He's punished for it.
I know exactly.
Tens has cleared out the whole of elbow with his ult.
Or Theft as well will give that additional confirmation. Now the smoke's going to be dropped down. Lay it down. Will be the plant. Sentinels get themselves into it here with a player advantage. Now's the time to shine. Don't count Loud out too much just yet, though. Grouped up together. Nade. Ooh, it's a bit of a blunder. Can't swing into that one. It was anticipated for it. Paranoia in front of it. Sadak, he had to be the playmaker there, and he was not. Drop down. Now a flash of their own. Tens repositions on top of Jenny. Vulnerable. Snake bite. Goodness me.
Everyone on Loud saving.
Yeah.
They just don't even want to get back into this. Yeah, he's very isolated.
Very isolated. Smoke to play in. Wants to try and get in and rule that angle over the top. Now a reflank from mid, but already it's traded equally.
The timing actually here from John looks fairly good.
Yeah, he has to potentially get a move on, but it's up to the rest of his team, I think, to
He might
dissuade
catch
and
the
push them
Phoenix
back.
ult.
Yeah, Paranoia's there, and he does catch it. QCK just alive no longer. Deep cam round the back. Louder left really scrambling, looking for options, and they've decided to take the fight. Force him to win. Tens wins that. Get out of here. Still no tap onto it. The pressure's mounting, incredibly so. 2 years facing with all the kills. You're joking, but the pressure too much. Actually, fuel going to be fading. What is that? Just pre-aiming, anticipating it for seconds. So tight to the angle there.
Very confident too.
Necessary kill for him. He's not having a great start to this map, but let's get back onto the board with that one at least.
Kawanzin went and took the ult orb over towards A, so he now has the Rolling Thunder online.
Second, an initial tap, but now going to be sticking it for the plant. Does have his ult online now for it. Here's the Rolling Thunder. Back into them. Showstopper to use. There's a bit of a reaction into this one. And second, his whole goal is to really slow this one down. TP dodging out of the way. On top of the box, they're going to expect this one to drone. We'll see it. Tags him up. So eventually, TenZ will be spotted into this one and done spot. And QCK through the wall, favored for it. That's the wallbang angle on top of it now. It's an interesting fight to be taken. John QT turns it into a 2 versus 2. 2 tagged up by the knife, but just a tap onto the head. Spots it now, Zelsis. So much more in this position. Sadak feeling frantic in nature.
Does he have it?
I don't know. I don't know. Did he get onto it in time?
It's so close.
Oh my goodness. They're just barreling all the way through into mid as an aid. Watched it. Zelsis still here. John QT though, they're just trying to dominate this one singular position. They do control A main. It's throwing a bit of chaos into the mix. In through the back of the side, just spots the elbow. Just spots the elbow and TenZ looking this way, that way. Didn't know where the players were going to be coming from. Sassy, last one left. Could have been granted one extra. Gets the one, backs out. 50 seconds in the round.
Maybe he could get something done. He doesn't have to be anywhere near the plant. Everyone on Loud is so grouped.
They're going to make mistakes. They don't think he's there on the angle in time. He's caught himself into the 1 versus 2. Ult slow online here for Sadak, but he doesn't really find a time to use it, but the dart reveals all. Sassy has to pull up an absolute miracle. 5 HP drop down, backing away. Now, wide! TenZ. Cleared. Now crossfire. Set up forward with no theft. Everybody scattered to the winds. Loud realise it. Okay, we've been found out. Got to back away now. Just try and flood back into this. Do some economic damage. So, util flying forwards here. Don't have to push away the plan though. So still, spike down and out. Oh. Hello, QCK. No turn on the fire. He's still alive here. I think there's too much danger.
It shouldn't be dangerous, but when the Loud players hit shots,
just never know. Tap. QCK. Hello. It's rattling their heads now. Already 2 taken, stricken off the list. Thrash has to be used. He popped the ult. He popped the ult, man.
He got caught by it, though.
Just trying to time it, yeah. Detained up into the corner here. Potentially winnable, though. Now, man, it's looking more likely. Finally fades away, and he's back into it. And here it is. The follow-up. With all the rifles online.
He doesn't have the time.
My God.
Normally, Loud are going to throw in a lot of utility early for plant denial.
Hunter's Fury. Molly's going to be used towards the back of the side. Hunter's Fury. There's the connection. Second falls. Couple of beams of that one, but still not being dislodged from these positions. TenZ up top. Familiar angle. Has the ult now for the classic reposition. Ult into the back of the side. Could be anyone's game on a knife's edge. Every single instance, TenZ sticking the plow. Well, not quite already with the ult into the back, but he has been cleaned up. 2 years there. It's a 1v2. Taps it. Gets Sassy, doesn't give him anything, still bides his time, waits it out, and now it has been fully drawn down to the final moments. All the kills going Loud's way, but not the round. They're going to have an open sight. 2 years is really trying to make this feel like there's lots of players here. Nades forward, so they just spam the box in the common angles. They do deal with him, and finally the flood defense is here in time, but can Loud do anything about it? Beautiful dart. Everybody lit up here, even with the stingers, there's danger. Danger in abundance, but still with the rifles. Holy. Run it back. Finally initiated. He was suppressed in time, but just let it loose. Maybe seeing if he can hunt down a few of these kills. And yep, Zelsis caught. Util out in his hands. Wasn't really quite aware of that one, is he? Tagging away. Zekken spammed. Dart. Here we go. Only 3 players left now. Loud. Fast on the approach. Aftershock there, but a quick TP into the corner. Paranoid order Util layered on top of each other, and they just cannot do anything. Scintillating, sizzling away, spraying them down with the rifles gained. And that is Loud up to a 5 round. 7-5, you can't fault it. Close, I mean, Les was quick onto the angle, onto that avenue of opportunity. They want to flood out now, facing with the bodies. Paranoia backing away, QCK!
Oh, that's unreal.
As blind as the fadeaway. Damage has been done, definitely to Zelsis here. Single shot will do it. Tucked close. There it is, straight to the chest, brings him down. John can't do much, so Loud with that pistol round, you got to think. In the top of the score, at the top here though. Tap and a face, that contact play style, finally punishment in place.
Yeah, but I mean, what a spray from Zelsis.
Yeah.
They're trying to punish the old pickup there, and they both get sprayed down. Targeted the Paranoia onto a spot that TenZ is often liking to play, but it's second up there this time. In market. The trip not broken though, they know it's fake market pressure. Yeah, this is a weird one.
No way.
Did they spot a hint of 2Es? Was there that question mark on the minimap?
Maybe.
Yeah, pinged out, I think.
Yep, it is. Leaning this way. Celsius. He is a low player, but he decides to take the fight anyway, not set up onto that angle with any form of util. Sassy now, he's in a one and done. Dart has to be broken, and he's revealed his position now. This is problematic. Full usage. The util now. TenZ right behind them. Sent out the Paranoia. There is that swing, and that's a spike going to be dropped down. Rest of his team nowhere near here. Les is the last one standing.
This flank from Sen has worked beautifully, but the Loud players barely reacted. I don't think they knew where that Paranoia was coming from. Has left Les in a 1v3 in a much worse position than Sassy was when he was able to get the plant down.
Yeah, I mean, 15 seconds left in a round. It's an impossible scenario.
10 seconds left.
And Les will just be trying to win this one while the rest of the team in silence scratches their head, wondering where it all went wrong here. That pick onto Zelsis puts Sassy in such a difficult position, and the flank from B bailed him out.
I don't even know. I mean, listen, it's going to be 1 second left. He wants to use it, but again, somebody needs to get onto this one. Already detained. Into the side, into the corner. Where is the time pressure? Hello! Finally, wingman down, and the rifle's there. Has to be bodyguard duty! Spraying them all down! Wingman! He's been stopped in his tracks! Half tapped, Sassy, no more to room, no more to work with. Now they're going to be using it. TenZ, Peas, and away, back to the corner actually. He's
not away.
Even deeper angle. He wants to try and take the fight to them. Flash, forced to set it up. That's Zelsis. The dynamic duo just weaving in and out, and the flood defense this time reigns supreme.
I love it. I think this map is set up so nicely for B flood defending.
For a pop flash play here, yep, they can hear it. Door being broken down, they're going to try and fight Tooth and Nail for control of it. The nade down. How does Second get two? That is ridiculous. QCK forced to bodyguard his own spot there. Reviving.
And it goes down to a 3v3 in a really weird fashion. Sen have committed pretty heavily to the B side of the map. And so Loud have actually managed to find an opening here to go for a post plan.
30 seconds left.
The smoke was in the way at the top section of mid. It might already be just close with the rocket, but no, has to respect it, wondering if they could be lurking that potential avenue. So a free plant here. Loud.
And some players in potential positions to play a nice post plan too. You don't have to be worried about the initiator utility from Sen, which is the main part of it. But obviously there's still danger with the Paranoia, with the showstopper. Loud get info that there's nobody on the flank.
Yeah, exactly, with that dart. And around now, and that's a Hunter's Fury to add even more time pressure. Ult committed and stuck. TenZ is forwards, he wins his fight. That is ridiculous. Still with a Paranoia, now the showstopper. Seeking to commit this one. Where these players might be, but the first tap at least forces out the ult. Rocket flying. Again, clears the one, but on top of this corner, on top of the box, 2 years, has to reveal his hand, spraying it through, guarding, blocking, all the bullets, Second, sticking, and he's won the round for his team. Despite the heroics of Sadak. And around, Molly there, oh, hello. Trip, TenZ lit up entirely, lets loose that Paranoia, but that one way, less than ideal. That was John's.
Great crunch in B main though from Loud.
Yeah.
Sen couldn't figure out how, which direction to go in, I guess. And 2Es is here ready to pick up Zelsis. All good.
Okay. All good.
And what a recovery.
Let loose, let rip. Zelsis spreads it wide now. Cross onto the site, not going to be letting them use that util plant. Stuck here by Kawazin. TenZ onto that high ground approach. He has found value with less being removed. That's one of the star players going pound for pound, just removing this one. And a call is made to try and fight this one. Sassy taking it straight to them. Man in tow, and he just caught the backside, clips Sadak out towards the back of the head. Flash through, running gun with a Spectre, ult denied. 2 years, he's miles away. The knife gives them every single bit of information they could want. Skipping a hop, dodging round. Surely! No way! Sen up to 12.
I am going to make the play to win.
His team. Goal, Zelsis. Wasn't ready for it. Peeking it wide like that, just slowly. Bless did manage to vacuum up that space now. There's going to be that re-pick. Sassy just trying to tuck himself into the corner here. Needs some help from the rest of his team. Hunter's Fury trying to collect these kills as well. They're trying to face from Spawn. Run it back there. Actually brought him down with the ult, and Sassy in this entire time somehow has stayed alive. Tucked to the corner, got a smoke in his back to try and help him out, and everybody's going to be facing him here. Flash in his face, spraying through. It's all praying. But this time Loud. One's on top here. 5 alive. One player falls. A tap now forces out the snake bites. Have to be utilized here. Kamazine still has the ult, surely. There's no danger, surely he tends. Doesn't just TP, but he does straight into them, into their faces, tapping and spraying all the way through. Rifles will save the day. John would potentially like to get away with this one, but it's going to the final round of regular time anyway. Might as well go down with the ship. Ends. Tiniest of angles, tiniest of chances, but he gets it. Ulted up, stunned up, will be brought down in the end, so the trade is online here. And a call is made for Sen to scatter. Backing away, playing for the retake here. Sadak is going to go for the plan, but he's ended up just throwing it to the side. He's going to give it to QCK to get that run it back.
Optimizing, but also giving Sen an opportunity to throw in some util early on. They're not going to go for the flood defend, though.
Yeah, suppression fading. When is the time to strike? Here it is. QCK lets it rip, breaking the util. Dizzy. Oh! This play gets caught into the wall there. Unfortunate with it. Still watching, holding for the flash. Anti-positions played, spam into the box. But it does buy them critical time. Now running their way past this one. Are they going to anticipate? 2 years! Nails them to the back wall of Link. The upper second shot goes flying wide, smoke and disengaging, back and away. Celsius seeking to clear this one out, but again the time running against them. The rifles have to sing true, they have to ring true, but it will not happen. Util after shock breaks it. 12 seconds, time really against them. Snake bite drop down Loud. This is them with a chance to really gain some ground here. Swinging wide to punish. Kamazine, he understood it as a wing con and just decided to take the risk anyway. 2 years, fake the TP back, and now they want to fight this one into the back of the site. Double face, no util. Sentinels barreling through, finding their own timings. Gifted with it, spamming through. Sadak left in a 1v2.
Second making the wraparound to A-Link.
Sadak sticking this one half onto it, half onto the defuse. He's bought himself a little bit of time, a window potentially, but he just needs a kill, and he's not being given it. He's not being given it. No one will give him an easy one, and face together. Lead potentially into the jaws of defeat. Zekken has found his slice. Sadak removed, and now confusion. It's a frantic play from Loud. Which direction did it go into? The one-way stopping them. Ults. And the util has to be used now to clear it back through. But the spike's been dropped down. And time against them entirely. Pop flash play. Watch for 2 to stand. And 2 potentially to fall. 2 years and less together now. Tapping it out, but there is no chance. There is no hope. Sentinels. Inevitable.